Good morning.
Morning. I wanted to be sure that my sound was okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay, good. Thank you. I'll go to mute.
Ciao Laura.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hi, Louise. Are you able to let the
Um,
or maybe Laura has to do that? There's 16 participants, and I'm wondering if you can.
Well, Laura was in the Google Meet. We didn't understand the invitation didn't make it clear that this is where we're supposed to be. So we went to the calendar and we're in the Google meeting.
Okay. Sending. Hey, Cynthia, all the participants are here. There's no waiting room.
Oh, okay.
Can you help Laura find her way here?
Yes. I've just sent Laura the link directly on WhatsApp.
Thanks.
Hi, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep, good morning.
Wow.
Hi, good morning. Sorry, we are a bit late.
It's all right.
Okay, let me know, Eloise, when it's possible to start the meeting.
Certo, we can start now.
Okay, I'm really happy to welcome you all. This is the last PTO meeting of the year. And so it is also a special opportunity to wish you all a great vacation, great holidays, and also many cultures at school and different celebration in December. So we would like to celebrate all of them, and we would like to say you happy Kwanzaa, happy Hanukkah, and also Merry Christmas to you all. And we have many things to talk about in this meeting. So let's start. I would like to introduce Mr. Rutherford. Wayne, thank you.
Thanks,
for being
Laura.
here.
And good morning, everybody. And it's lovely to see you, and happy holidays and season greetings. As I say here to start off, thanks to the PTO for decorating the atrium. The school looks lovely with seasonal decorations, and we really appreciate the effort that went in there to make things look wonderful. And as the kids come in, there's lots of smiles as they see this display and the other seasonal decorations that are in the atrium. So thank you very much, the PTO volunteers, for doing this. It's also the season for concerts. It's kind of the end of the semester, and the opportunity to share some seasonal holiday music. And so we had a great upper school concert last week with the strings orchestra, the choir, and the bands all performing. And yes, thanks, you can move on, thank you. And the elementary concert is tomorrow. So that's coming up, and look forward to seeing elementary parents here for that in the auditorium. Want to thank the PTO for their support of the gala and also our gala volunteers, the committee that helped out with that. It was a great event. People had a wonderful time. The venue was really lovely. The food was great, and we did very well with fundraising. And so congratulations to everybody for their contributions there. The gala netted about 45,000 euros, which is a great contribution to the Fund for Excellence. Thank you. Next slide. I just wanted to give you a little look behind the scenes. Those are some of the public facing things that you see and hear about on a regular basis, but some behind the scenes information about stuff that's going on at school. So our Middle States Association Accreditation Committee have been working very hard and are presenting to the board tomorrow night at the regular board meeting on the progress that's been going on. And this accreditation is a 7-year cycle that kind of gives us a stamp of approval from a U.S. quasi-governmental organization that certifies that schools are doing a great job or that schools need improvement. And a group of people got together on Monday and looked at how ASM stands relative to the standards of the Middle States Association in terms of quality school operation. And that includes not just learning and curriculum, but safety for kids, governance, financial management, and a whole array of standards about what a complex organization needs to be. And so it was great to have students there, parents there, PTO members, trustees were there, and teachers helping the MSA committee move forward on that. So that's a big, important piece of work that the school's got to go through that is kind of behind the scenes, but we really appreciate parents answering surveys that help us get good data about how folks are feeling about the school. Next slide. Also behind the scenes, you'll notice here, this is an elementary faculty meeting for some of the early years educators talking with Dr. Buren and Ms. Segre about reading instruction. And you'll notice they all have their lunch trays with them. They're giving up their lunchtime to meet and talk about important educational matters. And this was an interesting meeting about a topic that's very important in terms of reading instruction. And I really appreciated the opportunity to take part in it. Briefly, I had to jump from that meeting, but teachers giving more and more time to make sure that what we're doing in the classroom is top quality and best for kids. Next slide. Another little behind the scenes story. So we'll have Godspell coming up, the upper school musical, and it'll be performed in March. But I wanted to tell the story about the 4 directors. So we've got 4 directors for this play that you'll see their photographs there on the bottom. Miss Lee, Miss Kress, Mr. Baston, and Ms. Gallagher are all helping out on costumes, choreography, music, and the performance. And so these are the kids during the auditions. So the kids came on stage and danced and sang and did a bunch of stuff, and they submitted videos of themselves singing. And it's a huge effort to then pick the cast because the directors have to collaborate on that. And it takes a lot of time to go through the videos and try to be fair and make sure that everybody's getting a fair set of criteria applied to their performance to be in the cast. And a lot of kids wanted to be in the play. And these 4 directors took the Thanksgiving weekend, went to London, saw some plays in the spirit of theater, but also spent one of those days looking at the videos of the kids auditioning. So they took one of their days of holiday to cast the play for Godspell. And I really admire that commitment and that collaboration work of them getting together and spending their time making sure that they're doing the best for the kids in that. And I think Godspell is going to be amazing. It's one of my favorite musicals. I'm very excited we're doing it, and I hope that you will come to see it in March. Next, also behind the scenes, yesterday morning, early before school, Mr. Witt hosted, I don't know if it's the 4th annual, but a badminton tournament. This is members of the badminton team. They select a faculty member to play with and partner with, and it's faculty and student badminton in a big open tournament, and it's really a wonderful thing. We played about 6 or 7 matches per pair. And I want to again give a shout out to Mr. Baston, who with Javier won the tournament, but a thanks to Mr. Witt for his organizing of this, and to all the teachers who took time to come in early in the morning, get a little sweat on and support our badminton kids. It was really a great event. And just this morning, behind the scenes, the Fund for Excellence held its first grant application meeting of the year. And this is Mr. Rickwood, who is our film teacher in the upper school, who was applying for a grant for a special movie making video camera that would give our kids a very high-end experience at a relatively budget, price. New models and new technology are coming out all the time. And he was applying for a grant from the Fund for Excellence, which of course is supported by the PTO and by the gala and by the fundraising that we do in our annual fund, to bring an exceptional piece of technology to our students that would allow them to have really high-end, high-tech filmmaking experience in his film classes. And is in the stories that he told, some of our graduates go on to programs in film, to college programs in film, in newsmaking, in photography. And this is an area that our kids are very interested in, and it's a growing industry. And to have the right kind of technology for our kids to have high-end experiences impresses the people who read their applications for university and gives them a leg up ultimately in terms of being successful in their chosen field. So that's something that was going on just this morning in a meeting before school again. So a lot of things happening before school starts, a lot of things happening after school starts, making ASM a really exceptional place for our kids and our learners. So wanted to share those behind the scenes shots with you. I'll turn it over to Dr. Amodio.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. And I'm going to continue with Mr. Rutherford's "Tis the Season" theme. Tis the season to try and stay warm and keep on going strong. These are our Duke of Edinburgh students who are outside on a cold afternoon after school, learning how to cook their food, because what they're working up to is in the summertime, they're going to do these overnight trips. And the bronze Duke of Edinburgh crew have to do one night by themselves in the woods, hiking and cooking and taking care of everything. The bronze, 2 nights without a teacher with them. Teachers in the vicinity, but they're on their own. So here they are learning to cook food here at school. And then in January, they'll be going out into the woods and doing it a little bit. No, stay there if you can go back. But also, it is getting cold and we're doing other things to stay warm figuratively. Yesterday, we had the high school, the NHS hosted a get together for the high school students where they played games and had some fun together. This Friday, the choir will be singing during high school lunch and middle school lunch. And the student council will be providing hot chocolate and cookies. So we're doing our best to stay warm together. 'Tis the season also of giving. On the left, you can see some of our students who decided to host a bake sale before our winter concert. And this was also in collaboration with the PTO, who offered hot chocolate and cookies to our guests, which was really, really nice. And they were doing this to raise money for Fondazione Rava, and they raised 400 euros. So thank you for everybody who joined and supported this. Also, if you look at the decorations there, that's from the PTO. Thanks for putting those up. They definitely help to warm our school. And if you look below, there's a box there for Toys for Tots. And if you look closely, you'll notice that it is empty, which is very sad. Can you go click the next one? Every year in conjunction with the U.S. Embassy and the military, we collect toys to give to children who don't otherwise get them, perhaps for Christmas. And the military is coming to pick them up today. We weren't able to collect a whole bunch. Luckily, there's still time if you'd like to donate some toys. Our leaders and some of our students are going to go to the hospital next week and actually deliver some of them personally. So if you'd like to donate toys, please, you can still bring them in, deposit them in this box, or your kids can. All we ask is that they're new, they don't need to be wrapped. They take care of the wrapping. And then the other part of "Tis the Season to Give," for Thanksgiving, our student council through our advisory classes collected food. And our goal was to provide food for 100 families. And the food has not been picked up yet because we haven't met the goal yet. If you go into some of the classrooms, these boxes here are filled and overflowing. And they're doing it through their advisory groups. And others, they're kind of sad like this. They're still looking for some pasta and sugar and other things to fill them up. So again, if you haven't had the chance, please do send some of this in with your kids. It's important for us as a school community to give to the community around us. Thanks. And finally, 'tis the season to check in on your kids, how they're doing in school. And we have this tool called Schoology, which I know we've talked about before. This is a really good time of year before break to sit down with your child and say, okay, let's go through each of your classes and show me what you're doing. And if you do this, there are 3 things to have them show you. 1, Okay, so you click on the class, you go in, and on the left, you'll see grades. Have them show you their formatives, their student success indicators, and their summatives. And you could ask them for each of those, see how they're doing, and find out what are the things that they need to work on. Break, while we do want to break and relax, it's a good time to catch up, because once we come back in January, there are only 3 more weeks of school. And along with this, we've been using Schoology now for 1.5 years, and we brought this on because we wanted to give, we wanted to have one unified place where teachers, students, and parents could see everything that's going on in the classroom. And this really opened the door for parents to more closely follow what the children are doing. Now, 1.5 years in, it's time to kind of review. Is it worth it? Is it worth all the effort our teachers put into this? Are parents using it? Is it advantageous for our students? So I'm going to be sending out a survey asking for parent feedback. And I ask you please to fill it out. Even if you don't use Schoology, you can go in and say, I don't use it, I don't find it useful. Or if you do find it useful, please provide us that feedback, because I want to decide, is it something that's worth continuing with? Is it worth all the effort that we put into it? And I'll close with just thank you and wish you all a happy holidays.
Thanks, Mike. Good morning, everyone. I just have a couple of slides today to share back what we've been working on for the last couple of weeks. Last week was really exciting. Hopefully you heard about it at home. We were involved in Code Week, and that happens all over the world, not only with international schools, but also schools in the USA. And the incentive, and there's an award at the end after you've coded pretty much your heart out all week long, is you receive kind of a certificate of how many hours you were able to code. And that sounds great, but what it really means is, even here in this picture that you see on the bottom right-hand side, those are early childhood students. They're only 3 years old. And what they're doing is actually learning how to pre-code by thinking about what strategies they would need to be able to get to, let's say, a yellow circle. So perhaps moving 1 up and 2 over. And believe it or not, those are the beginning foundations for coding. And as they go up, older and older, of course, our 5th graders were really coding at a rate that was impressive even to the teachers and to Miss Ketty, who led this initiative. So in terms of AS Milan, we submitted 417 hours of coding last week. So it was really exciting, and the kids were everywhere. I mean, during recess, outside, inside, during their science classes, and it was really a lot of fun. We had a great week. Next slide. This month and last month have been very busy. Maybe some of you have heard about some things that have been going on in the classrooms. We had a very exciting visit from 2 dentists that live here in Milan, and they are an international Italian couple, and they're doing really, really well by going to schools and actually sharing about dental hygiene and what that means. We had several parents write to say, thank you, I can't get my child to brush their teeth properly. And so this was the perfect opportunity. They got a little kit, and hopefully they went home and showed you what they learned from this visit. It was really a lot of fun, and they did a great job. So we have that information if you need any information about English speaking dentists. They were really great and really good with kids. So we'll probably continue to invite them in year after year. In the upper right-hand corner, please go back, thank you. In the upper right-hand corner is a photo of publishing parties. We had those all 2 weeks ago. Every single grade from K through 5, they put out their best copy, their best work of writing that they have been working on for the last 6 weeks. And this little guy here in the middle, this was his very first story that he's ever written in his whole life. And so it was a big deal because it included, forming letters and sounds and words and chapters. And there were, I think, 6 or 7 pages that he had put together. And so this is in Miss Wampler's class. She was able to project it for the whole class, and every child had a chance to share what they had written. So it was really a monumental moment. And of course, as they get older, it just becomes, second nature that they are continuously publishing their best work and sharing it with each other and with other teachers and with administrators. So it was really a great couple of weeks to be able to do that. And then, of course, we had a little mini book fair that you probably heard about as well. And the kids are always so excited about book fairs. And I know that the one we're having in the spring will be even bigger and better. So hopefully you'll be able to come and join us for that. And then just today, this morning, and still ongoing right now in our NPR is the Second Grade Culture Museum. And this is also culmination of a very big unit on My Country, Host Country. And it brings together areas of humanities curriculum, pieces of history, things that are very relevant in terms of culture and what's culturally relevant for our students, where they come from, and actually having to build an artifact and share it using a green screen. And you can see behind these two students, one in Sweden and one from the USA, that they are, standing in front of a green screen, and we've projected different images from different places where they're from. And they're super proud about this work that they've put into this project, which is going on today in our second grade. So we've had a couple of very busy weeks in the elementary school. Next slide. And as already been mentioned, tomorrow we have our concert. This is our first elementary concert where we can bring everyone together in one place. We finally have the auditorium that hosts all of us, and there's no mention of COVID, so we can all come together, not wearing masks, and be able to enjoy this great performance put on by Mary Radich. And really, truly, having 300 students perform in one event is a big feat, and she's doing an amazing job. So I cannot wait to see the concert tomorrow. And if you're an early childhood parent, there is more of a smaller, cozier event that we've created just for the little ones, because they get really kind of frozen on stage and they're quite young. And so we usually wait until the spring to bring them into the auditorium for the big show. So if you're an early childhood parent, on the 19th, next Monday at 9 a.m., we'll have some cookies and hot chocolate, and they will be singing some songs for just you in the NPR. And the last slide is also a big thank you. I get so excited when I see all the decorations coming up. I'm sure you've probably already figured that out. All the kids and I were running around trying to see if it was really snowing yesterday morning, and it's hard not to be impacted by their joy because they get excited very easily, and your decorations have just really made their day and their week and their month. And so I wanted to thank you on their behalf, because it really looks beautiful and magical. And I wish you all a very happy holiday season. Thank you.
Thank you, Denise. So now probably Neda or
Hi.
Eloise.
No, I'm going to take the role here, Laura.
Hi, Cynthia.
Hi.
Hi,
And
welcome.
thank
So-
you. And I also want to say thank you so much to all of those of you from the PTO and other volunteers who did the decorations, because they are fantastic, as Denise was
Surrounded
talking.
by snowflakes.
It's just great, really, every morning to stand there and watch the kids come in and how joyful they are seeing all the decorations. It's really, really wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. Cynthia.
So I just wanted to let everybody know about the gala. First of all, thank you to everybody who was involved, whether on the committee or helping with flowers or the programs. It was really a wonderful event. The feedback that we got has been tremendous. And I think everybody was just so happy after 2 years of being able to come back together and just celebrate and be together for an evening. So here are some numbers. We had 1 main sponsor, 10 technical sponsors, 3 corporate sponsors. We had 11 live auction items, 34 online auction items, 20 tables, 200 guests, which was amazing, 132 bottles of wine. But we raised, as you can see, we raised a total just under 46,000 euros for the Fund for Excellence program from the gala, which was tremendous. So thank you to everybody who participated in that. We still have a couple of auction items left from the silent auction. And so we're keeping that open actually until tonight. So there are the 4 auction items. One is the Sabadini necklace, and the other is a beautiful art piece that was handmade. And then the other 2 as well. And so if you still would like to bid on those will be open until tonight. And to let you know, the Fund for Excellence, with all the donations that have come in so far, is up to 81,390. euros, which we are so happy. Our goal is to make 100,000 this year, and we feel that we can do that. The Fund for Excellence will launch again in January when we get back. So we look forward to sharing all that news with you when we get back for the second semester. Okay, next slide. And the other great news, so many of you already know about the 60th anniversary commemorative book that we had started to photograph this past semester. We had Max Vadakul, who is a very well-known, renowned international photographer, who donated his time to come into the school for one day and photograph many classes. And the book is put together in a very unique way. It has photographs from our history, from all the photographs that we've been collecting since the 60s. And so it's a timeline. And what's unique about the book, when you look at the old photographs and compare them with Max's, is that the students really are the same. They're still showing the joy of learning, the joy of being in classes together, the joy of being with their teachers and learning from their teachers. And so when you comparison with who we are today and compare to what we were back then, there's a lot that is similar. And I think that's a testament to ASM and the school and the community. So the book will be available as of next week, though we are going to offer it tomorrow during the elementary concert as well. So there'll be a table out there for those of you who would like to purchase one. And I want to wish everybody a great holiday and stay well and come back safe in January. Thank you.
Thank you, Cynthia, and congratulations for the hard success of the gala. You did an incredible job. And now we would like to update you about something, about what's going on with the PTO. And first, about decoration. Thank you that you recognize what the PTO and all the volunteers did in this past weeks, because volunteering, I'm thinking about this. Volunteering is not just to help the school, in this case, for example, with decoration, to decorate the school. Volunteering, it is something more. It's about sharing. And in the past weeks, in the past days, we shared with volunteers many things. We shared time, we shared coffees, we shared talks and confidences, and it was really special. And I would like to really thanks all the volunteers that have been involved in the decoration. And I would like to really thank the coordinators, the very talented coordinator, Jolene Braga, Alessandra De Agostini, and Daria here. Thanks to you, and thanks to all the other volunteers that spend time with us, making snowflakes and other beautiful handworks. Then another important things that we would like to share with you is about a donation that the PTO was able to do to the Fund for Excellence. And Elisa, please, could you share this information with the community, with the
we were able thank you, Laura. We were able, thanks to the Halloween festival and everything that we did so far, to donate 10,000 euros to the Funds for Excellence as PTO, so as a parents community. So thank you again for all the parents that join us, and please let us know if you want to join. We have an email address that you can email us, and the more the merrier. So we really hope that you can join us in all the events that we're gonna have next year.
Yeah, thank you, Elisa. This is possible because of you. Thanks to all the volunteers, thanks to all the participants, because this is it was possible by attending, by buying tickets and to participate to the events. Thank you so much again. And another things that I would like to inform you that we are delivery present to all the staff and faculties. We thought this year about a panettone milanese artigianale. We will deliver it in the following days, and we really hope that all of them will appreciate it. So it will be a present from all of us, from all the parents of the school. Next slide, please. Yes, just a few images about decorations. Next, please. Happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, and Merry Christmas to all of you. And yes, about the PTO tours, unfortunately today, and Fabiana, Fernanda Bregantini and Fabiana Pellicciari, they weren't able to come, but they are doing an incredible job with tours. And this on December, they are planned 2 different tours. The first one was yesterday to the Andy Warhol exhibition at Fabbrica del Vapore. I heard about a great feedback about this tour. Thank you, Fabiana and Fernanda. And the second one, it will be on next Monday, December 19. It is already fully booked, and it is a really special event, appointment, exhibition. Malini, please, could you speak about this tour?
Good morning. Hi, my name is Melanie Carnegie. I'm the secretary at the PTO board, and I'm very grateful. And I'd like to announce that you have the opportunity. Oh, did you say it was full already? There was an opportunity for a tour with a very famous photographer who's also doing the book for ASM, the 60th anniversary. He's worked with many artists, musicians, famous people, magazines, newspapers, photography books, an amazing career. So we're very, very lucky to have him lead the tour on December 19th at 11 a.m. If you'd like to attend, there may be a waiting list. You would have to email the PTO Tours email. Next slide, please. Unfortunately, Angela couldn't be here today, but I'd be happy to talk about some of the things she wanted to let the community know. First of all, she would like to thank ASM and the PTO for the room that they're providing for the language classes. Unfortunately, it was delayed because they had trouble finding an area to stay in, and they're able to save money by using this PTO room and to raise more funds for the PTO and the Funds for Excellence. Everything so far is running smoothly. The classes are a nice size, 3 to 5 students at the moment. They are not taking any more students for this current semester, but in January, they're going to start planning for the second semester, which will begin beginning of March. So look forward to more information in the new year about the second semester of language classes. That's it from Angela and the PTO language groups. Thank you.
Thank you, Malini, and thank you to the school, because the school give us the opportunity to use a room at school. So this is a great thing, and give us the opportunity to save money. So thanks again for this. And please, next, okay, Anne-Marie.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Anne-Marie.
Good morning, Laura. So it's my favorite time of the morning. It's book club. So this month we went for a really short book, and I'm talking really, I would maybe more of a novella, but it packs a punch. So I'll still call it, a book. And it is not Christmassy. It is not holiday. We had a vote, and everybody voted on this one, Comfort Me with Apples by Catherine and Valente. I am not going to say very much about it because you need to go in and just experience it. It's a little bit disturbing, maybe a little bit strange, but I have heard people who finished it and then started it again immediately because they were like, what did I just read? I have heard of people who, were shushing their family, saying, no, I can't cook, I can't sleep, I can't do anything. Just let me finish my book. So, you know, it's worth a read. And it's very short. As I said, this friend read it twice in one go. So, you know, you can really take the time. I know our PTO book club meeting is on Monday, but you still have the time to read it. And also, if you join us on Monday at book club, we're doing a really fun thing. I hope we're starting a tradition. Everybody will come with a new book that they have wrapped with no clue on the book, on the wrapping or anything. And we'll put them in the middle and everybody will pick one book. So you will, and oh, yes, please, you know, don't bring a book that's been at the back of the bookshelf for 5 years. And you're like, I'm never going to read this. It's a really bad book. You know, that's not the one you want to bring. You know, bring a book that you're excited about, either because you want to, you know, read it or you've loved it. I'm bringing my top read of the year, but, you know, no more clues than that. So just wrap it up, bring it with you, put it in the middle, and then everybody will leave with a new book for the holidays, which will be fun. We will be doing, you know, the white elephant clause when if you have it, or you can sort of exchange it. Some people have brought up the stealing clause where you can steal the book from someone, but I've always said we don't want anybody crying at book club. And if you steal my book, I will cry. So that one is still up for discussion. So we will see. If you want to join, please remember to bring a book for the book swap, and we will be in Piazza Cadorna at our usual Condé Nast Bistro on Monday morning at 10:30. Now, the cinema, this is one thing that I am always really excited about as well. I'm a highly excitable person, obviously. We haven't been able to organize it for November, December, because they were really 2 very full months. And so we're keeping it for January, but we are continuing it with it. And because it's just such a special evening. So we have the room just to ourselves, and it's a really nice, cozy room, only 18 seats are there. And then we choose a movie. It's always in English with Italian subtitles, so you can even improve your language if you feel like it, or just completely ignore them. And dinner is served during the film. The dinner is organized by Italy, which is the gourmet food hall that's on Piazza 25 Aprile, right next to the Anteo, which is a really, it was a very indie, very arty cinema in Milan. It's a really historic cinema, and now it's very successful, so it has different locations as well, but it still has a really special atmosphere. So I will send out all the information as soon as it's organized in January to everybody who's on the mailing list. So if you would like to join the mailing list, just send an email to the email you see there at the bottom of your screen, and I will make sure that I include you there. If you are already on the list, don't worry, I just keep you there until you tell me, Anne-Marie, enough, just remove me, I'm not interested anymore. So more information to come in January. And then I promise this is the last slide from me. So the See You Soon group, I'm sure you all know about it already, but it's a really spontaneous meeting group. So we communicate everything via WhatsApp because it's spontaneous. And we already have, I think, about 45 people on the WhatsApp group. And you just, send out a message saying, hey, it can be something as simple as saying, hey, it's not going to be cold tomorrow, let's take a walk. Or we have somebody who's saying, I want to go to the theater and see this Australian comedian in January, who wants to buy tickets with me. So it's really fun. It can be anything you want to do, just put it on there, and there you will always find somebody who wants to come with you. And we always have an organized lunch once a month. We've been to an Indian restaurant, to a taco place, and this month we are going to a Thai restaurant, the Busarakam, which is in Via Valenza, near the Porta Genova, Navigli area, I would say. The metro is on the Green Line, Porta Genova. So if you want to come, please let me know today, because there's already 12 of us, and the restaurant does need a little bit of, prior notice. And so either via the email, let me know you want to be on the WhatsApp group, or if you're already on the WhatsApp group, just shoot me a message and saying, yes, add me. And we're really looking forward to having lunch there. It's very, very yummy food, and the decor is also quite fun. So I look forward to seeing all you there.
Oh, thank you, Anne-Marie. Thank you so much for spreading your enthusiasm with us. Can I call you tomorrow, also tomorrow? to hear your voice. So thank you to all the group coordinators. You are a great value for the PTO. And now we would like just to say to wish you all a great vacation. And please, Malini, could you give to the community the next appointment for the next PTO meeting, and also to suggest them to follow us on our social media.
Thank you, Laura. As always, we would like to connect with you and be information, networking, anything you really need us to be. So it's really helpful if you could follow us on Instagram or the PTO group. We also do use WhatsApp a lot, just like Anne-Marie said, for the See You Soon group and the parent chats. Our next PTO meeting will be in person on campus, and it'll be Wednesday, January 11th at 9 a.m. So coffee and some light snacks will be served. We hope to see you, and everybody really be safe, stay warm, and enjoy the break.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you all. Thanks for the meeting. Thanks
Thanks
your
for
help.
the meeting.
Happy holidays.
Happy
Happy holidays to
You
everybody.
all.